You wanna go? Let's do this. Ready? Let's go. Let's go. Where you wanna go? I don't know what that means. Is that a direction? Let's go. Let's go. Where are we going? You go. Go on. You're not going anywhere. Go on. I mean, we're going this way? I guess I'll follow you. Okay. That didn't work out so well. Alright, so she's finally made a couple decisions. We're going through this parking lot. She led this one. She couldn't make decisions earlier because I think she was confused by it, but I'm not sure where she's taking me, but she's in the lead, so looks like she's heading straight for the McDonald's dumpster. This can't be good. I'm not letting her get in there. So far, her decisions have all involved going into very busy streets. This is what we're doing. We've crossed like the most busiest parts of the parking lot when most of the parking lot was pretty empty. Now we have to stand here, and she's just waiting. I don't know what she's waiting for. She's not even trying to go. She's like, this sucks, man. I'm like, why do we go this way? But I guess this is the way she wants to go. I think she sees a burger joint over there, and she wants to go. She's waiting patiently. I don't know where she's telling me to go. She's kind of going back and forth. I don't know what's happening here. We're in the grass. We're going over here. She's telling me that we're going this way. Oddly, we kind of go this way sometimes. We go down these tracks. Usually I let her off the leash. So should I let her off the leash? She skipped the burger joint. I imagine that probably smelled as bad to her as it smelled to me. Alright, so she decided we were going this way. Oh my god, we've been on these wheel tracks freaking ever. I mean, she's still going. She's still like, we're going this way. She screamed squirrel, like, I don't know, like 3 times. I started running twice. I didn't fall for the 3rd time. So at this point, she's still leading. She's a little unsure where to go or why she's in charge. Which I think is really funny because she usually assumes she's in charge. Now she's like kind of unsure about it. Now, if she makes a decision to cross the street to go hang out with that dog, should we do this? I think it's a terrible idea, but she's not even gonna try. I don't mind walking on the tracks, but we're on a weird part of tracks. There's like this piece of tracks in between like 2 different roads. And I would never walk on this part of tracks, but this is where she wanted to go. You know, to get this distance, should have been pretty quick, but it took us forever because, you know, I had to pee over everything she peed on. She wanted me to, so. She wants to cross right now, so I think we can cross. I guess we're doing that. I think she's just like really stuck on the tracks. Now, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna go behind the building? Or is she gonna try to take the side? Nope, she's gonna take the sidewalk. She's not sure though. Where's she going from here? It's funny because she's actually going ways that we walk. So far, she's sticking to a route that we've actually walked a lot. She's not really deviating from it. Okay, where we're going? Hey, dude, where we going? Hey, let's go. Let's go. This way? Okay, I'll go. See, now at this point, she's just taking me to a place where I'm not supposed to be. I think we're going back into a lumber yard. I don't think we're allowed to be back here. I guess we'll just keep running video until we get thrown out, huh? Yeah, definitely in the lumber yard. We're not supposed to be back here. Dude, okay, this is where I gotta draw the line. You gotta go back. This is your walk, but, let's not trespass, okay? Alright, so at this point we're near that lumber yard, but we're on the other side of the fence, and we're just kind of like wandering around in this field here. Don't know why. I guess I'm supposed to be sniffing the grass too. I don't know where she's taking me. I guess we'll find out. So we're about 3 hours in, and only like 4 miles walking. I guess it doesn't help when you make circles in a field, right? There's all these cars passing, and it's like, why are these people going in circles in the field? Because I'm not in charge here. Alright, so we are, sorry, the leash is in my hand, so it's really shaky. This is, I think we've been around this block about 4 freaking times, man. I don't know if I should call an end to this, but I mean, she's still like really content here. See her. Just going around this block. I don't know what's so interesting. This is like a really boring block. Look at this. So this is, like I said, I think the 4th time. We'll see how many times this goes on before I finally give up, okay? We're on the 6th time going around this block. And there's the mic. The mic is on. Wow, we look a lot smaller this time.
Did we shrink? Oh, you brought the camera down.
Yeah.
Now we got to sit up straight and look like real humans.
Well, hi, Wendy.
And Christy. And I got, you know what? I got to get a little closer to you.
Oh God, please don't. So what you just saw was
we got a sloppy crack.
Oh, sloppy crack.
A sloppy crack.
We're trying to keep this family friendly. It's I'm looking at the live stream and it's doing captions. It's really throwing me off here, because it doesn't do captions well. So what you saw at the beginning there was when I decided to take my dog out for a walk at 9 a.m. and let her decide which way we were going. That was about 15 miles and a 10-hour walk, and it was something else.
Yeah.
There's a full video out there somewhere about that.
Yep. That same dog is trying to beat the door down to the kitchen.
Hey, Penny.
Apparently the upstairs people, it's dinner time
up
there, and
so
she is
some food being made.
Yeah, there's food being made, and here she is. She really wants to be a part of that food, don't you?
She really can't hold back. She is the treat coordinator on our website. So,
yes, she is. We do Vid's treat coordinator. Come on.
Yeah, she's
make your appearance.
Make your. All right, heavy dog. So there was that.
Look up so everybody can see you. Oh, I said non-scent dog head. Yes, there we go. Okay.
So we are. Wait, we just reopened yesterday, the whole state. So that's
hi, Tom.
Something. I can't see on mine. Upstairs people. So yeah, we reopened. It's been weird. I've seen some weird lines, and I tried to stop by the local thrift store. It was a huge thrift store, Village Thrift, and they had a line out the door, and they were only letting 10 people in at a time. And you know, I guess a lot of people are kind of low on funds, so the thrift store is the place to go.
Well, that is a really cool thrift store, though.
It is actually really, yes.
Really good one.
So, what else have what else is going on this weekend?
This weekend?
We're just slammed with work, aren't we?
No. I mean, our own projects, yes, but as far as any real work, no. We're hoping for that 1099 unemployment to kick in.
So yeah, you got people? Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple folks on there.
We have friends.
Maybe, or just people that just don't have anything else to do.
So what do we have? What has happened this week? We did a great interview last night.
Yes.
With Jeremy. He's in Colorado. This is, again, our long-form series. We're talking to people all around the country about the COVID, what it's like where they are, and some of these people have a particular set of skills. And it was actually a pretty good talk. We'll probably see that next week about this time, probably Thursday, actually. And this week we just put out Amy, the full long form conversation with Amy. She's in Chicago. She's an actress. You might have seen her on such commercials such as what you see on the screen. She's quite a character, and I think she popped in here on the last live stream and on a Survivor commercial break.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can check that out. That's up on WeDoVids.com. We do have a new podcast link, and I guess we decided we are doing a podcast now that we're on like number 5.
Yeah.
And you can find us where podcasts are. Spotify, Google Play Store. We will be in iTunes soon, but I really just don't want to put that software on any of my computers yet to get all set up with that. So
you're missing out on all that good Apple stuff.
That's true. That stuff just takes over the computer.
It does.
Hi, Gary. Gary Davis joined. Hi, Gary. So what else do we got? What's going on, Sarah?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Just art projects. I've got a couple of I need to create a print for this month for my print sale challenge, but I've just gotten really into these little paper pictures lately.
Paper pictures.
Yes, with the Ilford direct positive paper rather than film. in a film camera. So you get one shot, one little piece of paper, one picture.
Yeah, and we showed a little bit of that
Yeah,
last
we did.
week.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, we also talked about our road trip, that we don't get to do a road trip this year because of the whole COVID thing. Um, but
And the
last year,
finances
and
that
the
we don't
finances,
have.
we did a very long around the country circle, and we stopped at some interesting places. And I said maybe in a later live stream I would show you a bit about one of the more scarier things. One of the most haunted places in North Dakota. So this was a Sandhaven. This place was closed in the early 90s. It started out as a TB hospital. It sits on 600 acres. It was built in the early 1900s. Um, Once TB wasn't really a thing, they kind of made it an insane asylum, which I don't think is the politically correct term from it.
For these days, it might be considered a mental health institution.
Yeah, but a bad one. There's like cases of abuse. Since it's closed, there's been a couple deaths. People going in there, falling through an elevator shaft, and we actually had our own weird experience in there. You got some new people?
Yeah, Jennifer, hi.
And let me take a look. We got Karen,
You got a list.
Caroline. Hi Karen, hi Caroline, and Yolanda. Hey. So let me tell you a little bit about. So I said I would show the one scary thing that happened at Sandhaven when we were there taking pictures and filming. This place, I mean, there are dozens and dozens of buildings. It's just spread over so much land. Um, it was weird, and I don't really do the haunted thing. Like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't really kind of buy it. Um, but it was when I was editing the video that we made of it, we saw this. So let's have a look at the quick little video and look in the background and tell me if you see a figure. Put it in the comments. So let's have a look. Here it is.
Oh my god. This is creepy.
So here I am. This is the floor.
Oh. So they would wheel things up these steps. They could walk up the middle, and they would wheel stuff up the rest. Kind of sad. Please don't feel that
So
sound.
we're looking at that little light in the background. There's a window back there. I'll think I put
There's your, there's a random chair, like usual.
So yeah, people have died here, not to mention it's an insane asylum, and
This is spooky down here. Fucking chills.
As I enter this room, keep your eye on the doorway at the end of the hall where the light's coming through. Does something pass in front of it?
This is spooky down here. Fucking chills. Please don't feel that sound. Please don't feel that sound. Please don't feel that sound.
Huh? Okay, so there's another point in the video where
Because I don't feel,
Sarah heard someone
I don't feel a presence.
So,
Something.
something or someone. So, yeah, you tell me. What do you think? Okay, Jacob Towns. Yeah, you tell me. I'd love to hear in the comments. Do you think that was a person? Again, that's something I just got freaked out in that room, decided to leave, and after editing, you watch the same scene over and over, and I noticed that in the background. I mean, what was your thoughts on that place?
I when I first got there, I was really excited about it, and then I felt just, I don't know. I think when you're in the presence of some bad energy, you tend to feel weird emotions, not necessarily fear, but it was more like anger and frustration and just fatigue. I actually was napping in the car while he was filming that part. I didn't
No,
see that.
actually, you were in the other room taking pictures. That
Was I?
when you're napping, I walked through all the tunnels that connected like the dozens of buildings and underground, and they were terrifying too.
Right.
There's a video out of that.
But I thought originally that thing back in there was like, it looked like a vehicle had driven by, and I asked him about it, and there's no road back there. So something or someone passed through there.
Yeah, you look at the overhead maps, and basically there's a small space and there's another building.
I mean,
So-
you'd really have to be pretty much doing the same thing we were, which wouldn't be surprising. But given that and the way I felt emotionally that day, I definitely think there's some bad energy in there.
It was it was a little it was a little creepy. We were
Yeah.
gonna camp. We were gonna camp on the property.
I
We
couldn't. I
changed our mind on that one. Hi, Guy. How's it going? Which brings us to back to the paper pictures, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. I can't quit talking about the paper pictures.
So, like, this is the front of it, and she has this
The
big old
Graphics, yes,
Graphics.
that I borrowed to take on the trip with me, and that was just a wonderful, fun thing. And that is an old press camera, and now I've given it back to its owner. So now I've started to use this Da Vinci pinhole camera.
Yeah, put it over.
Whoop. I don't know which direction to go.
There you go.
Yeah, so there's that, and you can see this is the shutter. This is how the camera works. And you pull a little film holder out to expose. And of course, it's not film in there for me. It's going to be paper. I don't have any in there yet. But, yeah. So there's that.
There's you with your
Yeah.
the whole thing over your head. That's
Yeah,
very old
you
school.
didn't have.
And there's the picture actually.
Yeah,
here
there's
in a
the
second
picture
here.
that I got from that. Yeah.
So that's the entrance of like the main building
Right.
of the creepy place in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Highly recommend not going. It is falling apart. Some
It
of
is.
it.
Yeah, it could be super dangerous to be in there. But that doesn't stop us.
So yeah, something to talk
Yeah.
about, I guess.
So yeah, here's some of the paper pictures I've actually done here. That's a place that I got hollered at for trespassing on down the street on Linden. But he did let me in to take these because I had this big giant camera. He's like, "You're obviously not going to steal anything." So that's some more of my paper pictures. And this
The
is
dark room over here is the bathroom.
actually what they look like. They're just little prints. But
Teeny tiny.
yeah,
But still cool.
the quality is absolutely amazing.
Still very, very old school.
Yeah, you kind of had to be a nerd to be into that. It's a painstaking darkroom process.
So I got Mark Kramer. How's it going, Jacob? How's it going? And it looks like Yolanda joined again.
And we have Keith. Hi, Keith. We didn't see any Bigfoot on our whole trip, and I was even in Oregon, and I really expected to see him in the wilderness, but we did not.
Now, I'll tell you, I did manage to camp. There's a place in Oregon that, you got a lot of nature and a lot of forest, and for some reason, I wanted to be the guy that goes into the place where all the dilapidated metal and stuff is. So there's this mountain, it's called Bohemia Mountain. And
Was that
basically,
the landmine?
landmine. No,
Landmine,
it
no,
was.
gold
It was
mine,
a
the gold mine.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's an old
land.
ghost town, and there's remains of that old ghost town there. It's just way up in this mountain. It's really hard to get to. Camping there's all these mines just littered amongst the mountain, and it is the #1 place in the country for Bigfoot sightings. I didn't see anything, smelled weird things, but I think
Smelled
that was my
weird
dog or me. I don't know.
It may have been you.
So,
He's quite resistant with bathing when camping.
well, the lockdown thing. Who needs to bathe, right? I don't know. One thing I've noticed recently, since we're starting to reopen and things are happening slowly, which I think is a bad idea if you notice the title of this.
My mom.
Oh, hello. This whole lockdown reopening thing, the title of the live stream is First Reopening, sequel coming soon. Because hi, Michael Gome. Cheers. Yeah, we'll be closed again, I think. But what I've noticed is, man, humans kind of suck right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
people and their behavior, just being out and have to go pick up some stuff. We were in
A dollar store.
a dollar store, and the line got long, and no one was on their best behavior. Some of the comments that just people would say out loud to other people, and
Right.
I can't believe a fight didn't start. It was just insane.
Yeah. They're what you know how when they open up like another line and then the people in the back of the first line will sometimes try to go first. Well, that happened and they got in line first, and the woman was upset. She let them know that, and then the man behind us just went ahead and made it racial, and
Oh God, yeah.
that led to
That's what they.
other racial
That's what they
things
do
and-
down there on the other side of the board, talking to her. Which, if you don't
I
notice,
know, I know.
she's not
well,
the
and
whitest.
she didn't notice, or
Oh.
didn't care. But yeah, and then just that escalated into a whole big conversation about other countries, and
I mean, everybody was just saying things out loud to the person about the person next to them, right
Right,
next
yeah,
to them,
yeah,
and
it
it was
was.
just like,
I don't know if it was out of frustration over the COVID or the line, or everybody just felt full of hate that day.
or everything
It was very
altogether.
uncomfortable, and I had to say something. I had to say, "Oh, not everybody's that way," and blah blah blah. And they just look at me like I'm nuts. So I don't know why I try.
Hello, April.
Hey,
Um, and who else we got?
and Paul. Hey,
And
Paul.
Paul. Okay. Um, Geez. Yeah, so if you didn't see, for those of you just joining, if you didn't see the little haunted clip, I think we'll probably close with that at the end and do a little bit about that. What else? What else have we done this weekend? I think something we promised we kind of got out there. Um, the Zoom backgrounds. Everybody's doing Zoom.
Yes. Yep. Everybody's
Yep.
doing Zoom.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, what's everybody wearing on their bottom halves? I hear lately the top halves, like apparently pants are not a big seller, but
We
shirts and
have the pajamas
nice
that I
clothes.
always
Yeah, I'm doing the
that always
same.
yeah
Yeah.
on the bottom, but the
Uh,
top is I
oh
got the
God, don't look at the
jewelry
bottom of my feet.
and my necklace with my dog on it. Yeah. See?
So we were just listening to a thing about Zoom etiquette, and
Right.
don't have your kids barking or your
Your
dogs.
kids barking or your
Uh,
kids laughing.
um,
Right.
in the background. There's actually been some funny news things have happened with some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I think it's cute. The occasional dog barking. Or we've had some pretty professional business meetings where we've watched their whole background just fall down.
Yeah, which is just funny, and if you try to act like nothing happened,
And
you
he
just
did.
can't.
He did.
You
He just
just
played it.
can't.
He just kept on talking. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, right, and yeah, well,
I would
Zoom,
be like, oh my god, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Zoom is awesome because if you have a green screen like we do,
Uh-huh.
like you can put anything. I think one of the last things we were sitting in an abandoned hair arena.
Right. Yeah.
The very last one last night, we had a background up where we were sitting in an abandoned power plant,
Right.
and
If
we're
you
just hanging out there, having a business meeting with all the internet that place has.
that these I created we put together a group of backgrounds for anybody to use if they would like. You can download those. We published them on all our platforms. You'll find them on my Facebook.
They'll be on the We Do Vids website. They're on Sarah Ben Photography now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I thought I put the post up for We Do Vids too. Yes, I did because I
Well,
had a hard time sharing it.
The website, yeah, not the Facebook.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, the actual website. Okay, I misunderstood. But sarahbennettphotography.net/free Zoom, I believe, is the link. But it is on my website a couple of posts ago.
And the photos are kind of all over, like kind of cityscapes,
Yeah.
bugs, crazy looking bugs.
Yeah, flowers,
all
I
the
mean,
way
whatever
to the
you're
crazy
into, yeah.
abandoned stuff. I mean, you could be the guy sitting behind that thing right there, or in front of that thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and be like, "What is that?" Um, so wait, you got some?
Well, I was going to try to get that link, but I can't leave my watch party. I can't leave my. I guess I could leave my own watch party, right?
You don't want to leave your watch party
No,
because
I
whoever's
guess not.
joining it,
I didn't leave it.
okay, whoever's joining it gets like thrown out.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, anyways, so there's that. What else? What else? We've been talking for 23 minutes about a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
So, what else? Oh God, I went on a rant last week.
It's time for Shafe's rant.
Oh no, no. Actually, I just wanted to follow up a little bit because we were talking about the photographer who was offered by a news media place. Like they wanted to buy her photos that she was posting on Instagram for like $50 a piece to put in the article about Instagram. She said no, I usually charge a bit more. So they just did the Instagram embed. So Instagram and Facebook, you can embed it. And didn't pay her anything. She sued them. She lost. We talked a lot about that kind of stuff. Now, here's the weird thing. Like, if you're doing YouTube and you don't want someone to steal your video, we do video stuff. You can say on your video, this cannot be embedded. Like, why doesn't Instagram or Facebook have something like that? Like, I mean, absolutely. And, you should put in your photos or your video, you should say what the license is. Because a Creative Commons license means, there's several of them, means you have to get credit. You can license it, like you can't use it, or you can like do kind of like an open source license and say, go for it, use it,
Being a professional photographer pretty much all my life, I am confused by those laws and licensing. I usually just watermark my stuff to keep it protected, but I don't know. I think a lot of people that are generally just putting out videos and photos might not know how to go about that licensing.
Well, and I'm a little split on it because I actually say, you know, a lot of things should be free. I actually have a video game out there. It's open source. You can go grab the source code. You can create a whole nother game out of all the work over the years that I've put into it and a whole team of people.
Yeah.
But the caveat of that is if you create a game out of that, you got to also use that source code. You also have to put that source code out there so someone else can do the same.
Right.
So
So
it's a
nobody can just
community
steal it and build
sharing
upon
thing.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what else we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Um,
Music and videos. That's another copyright thing.
yeah, that we kind of went into that a little bit, but we didn't really touch on it. But what we were saying is, people come to us and they want us to produce a video for them, and we're like, so, and they're like, hey, we haven't picked the music yet. And they're gonna go like with Justin Bieber. I'm like, you
Yeah,
better
yeah.
have money to pay for the licensing of that.
Right. Yeah.
The best thing to do is let your video people pick the music because they're going to be able to capture the mood. They can get something that isn't exactly the song you think that you want,
Right.
but it's going to kind of feel the same. And like leave that to them. I mean, otherwise, unless you have a bunch of money and want some crap music that you have to pay a bunch for.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people that put up personal videos that are just beautifully done slideshows, and they'll pick a popular song, and then it'll get immediately flagged and taken down, and that's how you avoid that.
One of our earlier live streams, we did John Prine. He died of COVID-19. And kind of doing a little tribute. It was kind of in the background at the very beginning, and boom, we were flagged.
Yes,
yeah.
Immediately that got flagged.
And
luckily, didn't they just take that away? Just that music.
Facebook muted it. Live streams also go on YouTube, and they were like, they're gonna get all the money, which whatever. They didn't mute it. We've also had a couple. We've also had a couple bad experiences with those copyright marks.
Oh gosh, yes.
And I think we talked about this in one of our podcasts. I think our first one, where we were visiting a guy. This is our last road trip. This is last year. We were visiting a man who lived in a 727 in Oregon, and I put out a video of it. And fun video, fun day. This guy was awesome. He was in an airplane in the forest. Who does that? I don't.
Not yet.
If I had an airplane and it was decrepit, I might. He had plumbing. He had everything going on.
Yeah,
electricity.
he was awesome.
It's a fun video. It's out there. Check it out. We put that up, and I got a company that called Caters News wanting to license it. And so basically the thing is, they're going to put it in their catalog. If it gets sold to probably places like BuzzFeed or some stupid places like that, then you get paid for it. It was okay. I was like, I can still keep it up on my own YouTube. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. And boom, I get flagged for copyright.
For using your own video.
For using my own video that I created.
That was some 3 a.m. anger.
And we had a back and forth, and they didn't want to take it out of their catalog. I looked at the contract, and I was like, no, actually, I can revoke this at any time. Take it out. And they were just, no, I still don't know. I can't even find the catalog, see if they've taken it out.
Right.
But,
yeah. That's the problem with the copyright stuff.
You know, and
especially with video. See, video seems to be much worse than stills. I don't know anyone else's experiences, but I've had very good experiences with copyright respect with my still photography. Video,
well, you know,
totally different.
I don't go uploading my things to all these places to make money off of it.
Right.
But if someone's gonna put a copyright flag on my own thing
that you can't use it anymore, right?
I'm gonna show up at their door and just beat their ass.
Or if somebody's making money off of something that you did and not giving you any of it, or
exactly. And
don't really agree with that either.
So, what have we done? 28 minutes so far, a little less.
He's got everything counted down to the second.
Almost.
Lists and monitors. We have 5 monitors in front of us.
I don't. I actually haven't looked.
I mean, I'm counting 6 screens in front of.
Actually, yeah, it's true. Oh, our COVID-19 equipment. We just got a piece of our COVID-19 equipment here.
Well, this is
grab your stuff.
This is since we're
Look at this cute little monitor. Right. It's like the size of her head.
we do headshots, executive headshots as our bread and butter. We'll go around to companies and do their portraits. And well, I noticed the problem I've done one since we reopened, one set of people. That you can't show them the back of the camera for them to say yay or nay. And we wanted to get this monitor to go ahead and show them anyway.
Well, often
It's the
photographers don't. It's like something that we do that I think people appreciate.
Right. Yeah. Some of the bigger studios are using monitors to show the clients their work on the spot. But we just got into that so that people don't have to be like, "Oh, look, do you like that?"
Oh, COVID.
Yes. That kind of thing. So that's exciting to have that, and it's very easy to use. I think I've waited way too long, honestly.
Yeah. So we have that, and we're all set up with our protocols, and we got a
Can of Lysol.
we got a can of Lysol, our hand sanitizer, our masks,
Yep.
everything we need to go out and meet with clients. Still not, still kind of assuming.
So, how is everyone doing? Feel free to comment. 1099s, other photographers, people that are creatives, hairstylists, restaurant workers. Did you get another job and now you can't get unemployment? Did you? Are you going back to work? What's going on with everybody else? Because I'm still struggling with unemployment with that, and I know there's a fellow photographer out there who went and got another job and now is ineligible after busting his, his backside, working
ass.
really hard at working really hard at a day job that wasn't his passion, and now is not eligible for unemployment, which I think is unfortunate because now he's stuck in this.
Well, I think there's
this
a
day
problem.
job.
And we've all closed down, and people still need to pay their bills. And I don't know. I think it's a really bad idea that we're opening up at the time that we are. However, I just don't think there's a lot of support, like, for
Right, especially
anybody.
for right.
And it's okay if you just go hungry and can't pay your rent and get evictions. I just read something about the surge of evictions that are going to happen for renters
Yes,
coming
that's awful.
soon.
And the $1,200 is, I think I'm hearing a lot of people using that for food, house repairs. It's not going towards rent bills. It's not enough.
We're at
to go towards
depression
rent bills.
levels at this point.
Right. Yes.
And
Yeah.
we haven't seen this, not in a handful of generations,
Right.
So how is this going to play out? I'm very curious.
Right. And I'm very concerned for my fellow photographers.
Yeah. I mean, photographers and video people are...
Yeah.
We should just get a real job.
What? Go find a real job. Good luck.
Right. Anyhow. So I don't think we got much left to talk about.
Nope. Not this week. We'll think of it once we clock out.
Clock out?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Clock out. Wait, we're not working.
But I'm gonna leave you with the that haunted clip, because I want to hear in the comments. Am I just making this up? I mean, this is something I didn't see till editing. And like I said, if you look at Google Maps, do that satellite view, there's nothing but another building. There's no room for a road. There's no road.
For a car to drive by, which is what
Someone
I thought
could have
was.
walked through the
Yeah.
field maybe, but...
You'd have to really want to be back there knowing what was back there.
Yeah, so I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
Something like that, and some of the other stuff that
Well, and
happened
it goes
during that.
along with the feelings, that very uncomfortable feeling that you had.
Oh yeah,
You don't have that if somebody walks
because
by.
I walked in there. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not going in here. I came back to find you.
Yeah.
And we never went in there actually.
Yeah, there were some parts of that building that I didn't care to go to. And I felt like I was being watched the whole time, which I may have been because people go there and party and stuff. But it was very uncomfortable. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it probably was.
All right. So I guess we'll leave you with that, and thanks for joining us. Next week we are probably going to reevaluate. People are going back to work, so we're looking at our Facebook when people that who we know, when our audience is most online. We're seeing that change. Looking like Thursday is going to be a better day. I don't know. We'll look next week once a lot of these states are back.
Yeah. What's everybody want to hear about? What should we talk about? More about photography, videography,
Dogs.
business? Yeah, dogs, business.
mostly.
What? I mean, we're pretty bold. We're pretty brave. We'll talk about anything.
Yeah. I might even dance.
Oh God, no! Don't ask for that.
Anyways, you guys have a great night, and thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Other car. Dude, this is creepy. Oh. So they would wheel things up these steps. They could walk up the middle, and they would wheel stuff up the rest on each side. Please don't feel that sound. Here's your here's a random chair, like usual. This gets spooky down here. Fucking chills.
As I enter this room, keep your eye on the doorway at the end of the hall where the light's coming through. Does something pass in front of it?
This gets spooky down here. Fucking chills. Please don't feel that sound. Please don't feel that sound. Please don't feel that sound. Look at this. Huh?
They're growling because I don't feel a presence.